Welcome to the Unmistakably Magic Podcast. I'm RJ.
And I'm Court.
We are two lifelong fans of Disney parks and all theme parks.
Each week, we bring you the latest news from Disney parks and beyond.
Plus, this week, we'll be talking about booking a Walt Disney World trip with a travel agent?
I have never done that before.
Well,
That'll
I
be a
have
first.
now.
Yeah, this is your first time doing it, though.
Yeah,
isn't
it is. I mean, I think we'll get into it more, but it definitely was one of those things I was like, why would you do that?
Yeah,
and now that I've done it, I'm like, hey, there's some reasons.
Why would you not do that?
Yeah.
Although I'm sure there are some reasons to not do it as well.
Yeah, we're
So-
definitely going to talk about it.
Yeah, I have some questions because
Do you?
I do. There are a few that I have because I'm looking at planning a trip
All
for
right.
next summer.
Well, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
After we kick it off with some news.
This is episode number 44. Well, kicking off the news this week, live music is returning to Disneyland this summer. Every Friday through Sunday from 7:30 to 11:15 p.m., live bands will play on the Tomorrowland Terrace stage. And the Royal Swing Big Band Ball will return in the Fantasyland Fair area from 7 to 10:30 p.m. on Saturday nights. The live music will begin May 26th and will run until August 20th.
It's so fun to me that they do this.
Have you ever experienced it?
No.
It is so fun.
But
It
to
is
me,
really
it,
cool.
it just speaks to Disney. You know, we've talked about it a lot in the past, but it speaks to me how Disneyland is such a locals park.
Yeah, it caters
Because
to
this is
them.
really catering to, hey, why don't you come spend an evening at Disneyland? You know, it's not the like, hey, you happen to be here on your big vacation for the summer, enjoy some live music. It's more like, hey,
Just come hang out for a
come
little
hang
bit.
out. You got an annual pass.
Yeah, why not? It's also really fun, like, I don't know, kind of dancing under the stars or seeing people dance. I'm not a dancer. Seeing people dance under the stars.
You're not?
No.
Oh, weird. I would
Not
have
at
thought.
all.
I would have thought you would have been.
Yeah, a tall, lanky kid.
Yeah.
But it's always fun to just hang out, grab like a Mickey pretzel over in Tomorrowland and hang out with your date or something. It's a good date night thing to do.
That is fun,
hang out
yeah.
with your date and enjoy a Mickey pretzel together, or a churro or three.
Ooh, a churro.
Or three.
Or three.
They're so good.
They are.
Well,
I'm always disappointed when I get churros somewhere else.
oh my god, Disneyland churros are far better
Yeah.
than like even Disney World churros. I don't know what it is. It's just something about it.
L.A. smog. Infused.
Soaks it all up. Adds the flavor of LA. Well, Disney's Explorer Lodge has officially opened over at Hong Kong Disneyland. The new hotel has 750 rooms and is themed on the spirit of exploration. It also features recreation, shopping, restaurants, and entertainment. It also has some exclusive stuff, like over 1,000 artifacts from all over the world, including Bali, Costa Rica, the Ivory Coast, and many more. Rates start around $282 per night. I think it was like 3,500 Hong Kong dollars or whatever
Is
their
that what the
currency is.
exchange rate is?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Oish.
That was crazy.
That's a lot of math to do when you're trying to buy something. Like,
Yep.
how much is 10,000? Okay, how much is? I don't know.
If I can get it under 1,000, that's a deal.
I guess I don't know.
I don't know what it
I
is,
don't
but
know.
I mean, it's
That looks like a cool hotel though.
it's definitely up there with the deluxe resorts over at Disney World.
That's cool.
And there's, of course, way more stuff than I just mentioned. There's like gardens themed around different parts of Asia.
That's cool.
The pool is amazing. There's two restaurants and a cafe in there, so tons of stuff that you could take advantage of if you're staying. Mobile order over at Disney World is expanding beyond Avatar this summer. So we said it was going to expand. We didn't realize it would be this soon.
Yeah.
Guests can use mobile order for Satuli Canteen beginning May 27th, and it'll roll out to Flame Tree Barbecue, Pizzafari, and Restaurantosaurus later this summer, with other locations throughout Disney World coming later than that. So Animal Kingdom will be the test park
This
for this
summer.
stuff
Okay.
this summer.
I'll have to try it out and let you guys know.
Yeah, you should.
I hope it comes to Yak and Yiddy because I'm probably gonna eat there.
Well, why wouldn't you eat there? It's like 1, the greatest quick service restaurant. 2,
Flame Tree Barbecue.
the great Flame Tree Barbecue is solid, but it's also like the greatest sit-down restaurant. Well, as opposed,
It's a decent sit-down restaurant.
it's a solid one.
Yeah.
It's a good one. It used to be the greatest one. I haven't been over to the new one yet. The name escapes me. That everybody's been raving about. I don't think it's a full sit-down restaurant.
Which one?
Over in Animal Kingdom, it's kind of by Pandora. We talked about it. It was the one that brought like all the exotic foods over.
Not Tiffin's, right?
I think it might be Tiffin's.
Is it Tiffin's?
Yeah, it is Tiffin's.
Okay.
Yes, that is it. I've heard that
Yeah.
knocks yakking.
Yeah.
meat
Well,
in the
yeah.
water.
I've heard Tiffin's compared to like the top tier of restaurants at
No,
Disney
yeah.
World. So yeah.
So, well, EOS Rides is completing a 42-foot tall animatronic King Kong for a theme park in Tunisia. The ape will be the centerpiece of a new spinning roller coaster and will be the world's largest animatronic figure when complete. I am going to butcher the name of this park. Bear with me. Take a trip to Carthageland to check him out.
Carthageland?
Carthageland. Go ahead and Google that
In
if you wish.
Tunisia. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so the largest audio animatronic
That's cool.
will be at a theme park.
Maybe
in
it'll
Tunisia.
last longer than the Yeti.
The Yeti? That'd be nice. Last longer than the year and a half? It's the worst. Fix that. Just fix it.
I don't know, yeah.
I'm okay with like a year-long refurb of Expedition Everest.
The problem is the park's probably not okay with that.
I kind of understand, right now,
Yeah.
Pandora opening up,
True.
you could probably
That's
knock
true,
Everest
that's
down
true.
for quite some time and people wouldn't be too upset. So take advantage of that, Disney, especially in this opening year.
Yeah.
Universal Orlando is looking for performers for a new holiday parade. On May 23rd and 24th, they are holding auditions for parade dancers and animated parade performers. And on May 30th, they're looking for stilt walkers. Candidates should bring a non-returnable headshot and a resume and must be 18 years old or older. Visit Universal Orlando's website for all the information, and good luck if you're auditioning.
Yeah.
Props to ya.
Here's my headshot. Ready? Oh.
You do know we're primarily audio, right?
I know. I'm doing quizzitive. What? What?
Just gotta go blue steel all the time.
The audio listeners are like, what is happening?
Why are they quiet?
Did they pass out?
Is this the end? Is this why they're breathing all hard? Sesame Place is opening a new park in an undetermined location in the U.S. The current Sesame Place is in Langhorne, Pennsylvania, and is the only park entirely themed around Sesame Street. Additionally, a new Sesame Street Land will be added to SeaWorld Orlando by fall of 2022, and the new park will open no later than 2021.
I'm just guessing because the ones in Orlando, I'm guessing it's probably going to be like San Diego or LA.
Well,
or,
there's
West Coast.
Yeah, probably. Well, there is a Sesame Street Land over in San Diego and San Antonio SeaWorlds.
Oh.
So
Maybe
Orlando's
in
the
middle
last
of
one to
country,
get
maybe?
it.
Texas.
Probably Texas.
Another one in Texas, yeah, probably.
It's true. One that they could probably, you can't keep a theme park open year-round in Pennsylvania.
Maybe Denver.
Fingers crossed. New park in Denver. Something new.
Sesame Land or whatever.
Sesame Place.
That thing. Yeah.
Bring it. We'll visit.
We'll do a review.
I don't-
Comprehensive.
We'll do it. Multiple times a year. I don't care. Come on, Sesame Street. Do it. King's Dominion has jumped into the augmented reality world. The Battle for King's Dominion, which is now available on iOS and Android, asks guests to declare allegiance to one of the park's 5 coasters. Then guests battle each other through AR mini-games and trivia. The mini-games are triggered by visual elements throughout the park.
Hey, didn't we talk about this?
A little bit.
Was this our idea?
They did this for Battle for Cedar Point a while ago. That was the first time that I heard of it too.
Fine.
But this is more like
We talked about it a little bit though.
we did a little bit.
And our top tech things we'd like to see in the parks.
Yeah, we did.
A little AR.
A lot of AR actually. We were very excited for the possibilities of augmented reality.
Versus virtual reality. Yeah.
Yes.
So good on you, King's Dominion.
Hey, if this looks, I mean, a lot of, I would say major or predominant theme parks in the industry, like you look at SeaWorld, you look at Universal, doing a little bit of virtual reality stuff. Now that Six Flags has proven that it works and proven that it can be done relatively cheaply and very effectively.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, SeaWorld Orlando is bringing over Kraken Unleashed. And then there's rumors floating around about, virtual reality Hulk addition to that. So, I mean, if this proves to boost attendance, it wouldn't surprise me at all if we saw some kind of, like, additional augmented reality thing come to Universal with, like, Harry Potter.
Yeah, because it sounds like Wizards of the Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom kind of thing.
It's a little bit, yeah.
But with your phone.
With your phone and against actual park guests.
Yeah. So, we could maybe see someone come to Disney then, too. Dr. Doofenshmirtz or whatever his name is. The Doof.
See, but Phineas and Ferb has been canceled for like a year now.
Who cares, dude? It's so good.
It is really good. Yeah, it's true. Bring it over. Go to King's Dominion. Prove that it works. Prove that it's fun. Prove that it boosts attendance.
And then tell Disney we want Dr. Doofenshmirtz back.
Bring back Phineas and Ferb. That's such a good show. I'm so sad it got canceled.
Oh.
All right, so Netherlands Park that I had to look up how to pronounce.
Yeah, what are you... We going international in the news tonight?
Why not?
Okay.
I'm headed over to Europe in a couple months.
Oh, okay. So you're keeping your tabs on Europe's
Yeah.
Europe's theme park news?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Which, if you see me in at Disneyland Paris when I'm there, if you listen to us, say hi.
Hey.
Efteling?
Excuse you?
Efteling.
This is a family-friendly podcast.
I'm well aware.
Oh.
This is the Netherlands.
Okay.
Well, they have announced an opening date for a new ride. The $39 million indoor ride will open this summer and will be a place of fantasy where guests can go on adventures in a wondrous, dreamlike world. Guests can choose one of 3 paths to take, and each is filled with interactive technology. Symbolica will open July 1st, 2017.
Cool.
Yeah, it looks very Alice in Wonderland-y.
Okay. I was like, I didn't know, like, maybe dragons or something. But
Nah, it's like Alice in Wonderland.
Okay. But without being Alice. Yeah.
Yeah. Efteling
Efteling
is a very fantasy-eccentric park.
Okay.
So it is also a very predominant park in the industry, at least internationally.
Okay.
So,
All right.
That's kind of why I covered it. Also
Okay.
thought we could.
All right.
We are fans of all theme parks.
Efteling to you, okay, sir?
Busch Gardens Tampa is expanding its Summer Nights events by bringing a new ice dancing show to the Moroccan Palace Theater. The, quote, hottest show on ice will feature contemporary performances set to pop hits and will run from June 16th through August 6th. For more information, head over to the Busch Gardens website.
The Summer Nights
Ice
show?
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure I heard that right.
In Tampa, Florida.
All right.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Okay.
I was like, why are you bringing ice show in the summer? All right.
Cool people down, I guess, while they're sitting in the theater.
I'm sure it'll be a really cool show because I mean I'm always impressed with like
cool show.
I'm always impressed with like ice shows. Whenever they come to town here, they're always very entertaining, minimally.
That's true.
So, well, a new mobile adventure awaits guests upon arriving to Pandora. Guests using the My Disney Experience app are invited to chat with Fitz Buckley upon stepping foot onto the moon. Fitz will educate guests about the environment and will share important messages about conservation that applies to both Pandora as well as Earth. Guests will also be able to go on a mission in the new land, and after completion, a $10 donation will be unlocked from Disney parks. Or a $5 conservation contribution will be unlocked just for discussing about conservation. Guests can choose an endangered species to help where their donation's going to go. Including apes, butterflies, cranes, coral reefs, sea turtles, monkeys, rhinos, elephants, tigers, or sharks and rays. This is all done through the Disney Conservation Fund.
Cool.
Yeah. This is the first time that like guests have been able to like specifically say like, "Hey, I want to help the elephants," or like, "I want to help the stingrays."
Colorado Springs Zoo, what is it? Cheyenne Mountain Zoo.
Yeah, like
they do that. They give you a roll of quarters and they say, pick
around and
pick what you
someone.
want to conserve. Or
That's cool. But I think it's really cool that Disney is doing this within Animal Kingdom, because that park is so much about conservation and like helping the earth and preserving what we have.
Like this before.
Yeah,
you know,
it's a little.
Yeah,
it would have been pretty easy to do over at Rafiki's. Take
Yeah.
the train out. We'll donate $3 because that is worth the time.
Yeah,
That would make it worth it to go out there.
totally.
Halloween Horror Nights 27 over at Universal Orlando and Universal Hollywood will include a haunted maze that has been long rumored and is finally confirmed. And I'm trying to elongate this to build the suspense a little bit, but it is based around The Shining. The new maze is based around Stanley Kubrick's film and not Stephen King's novel, so this means guests will be able to experience some of the horror genre's most memorable movie moments. Try saying that 4 times fast. Memorable movie moments.
Memorable movie moments. Most memorable movie moments.
There you go.
The most memorable movie moments.
Wasn't The Shining filmed at a hotel up in
Stanley?
Estes? Yeah.
Yes.
Was it that one or was it a different? I think it was The Shining.
Yeah,
The opening credit call, yeah.
the whole thing.
So are they
it's supposed to be that whole hotel?
Are they going to get are they going to build a recreation of that hotel then?
Maybe.
And
I don't know. Or just the maze.
the maze is in the recreation of that hotel.
Yeah,
That'd be sweet.
that'd be really cool.
Kind of want to go check it out then and see how accurate it is. I've been there a few times and
You're off scale, sir.
it doesn't work. That's one thing that we have on theme park enthusiasts.
What?
Or Halloween enthusiasts is we have like probably one of the most recognizable
True. Which you can go do.
Settings.
You can go do ghost tours there too.
or you can show up, walk around, wait for a ghost tour to start, and kind of follow them around. like my cheap college friends did.
No, don't do that, people.
That's-
Don't be that guy.
That's just one way to do it, though. If you don't want to pay I think it's like $10 or something for like a.
It's not even that expensive.
No,
No,
okay. It's like an hour and a half or 2 hour walking tour.
Yeah.
And it's so ridiculous. The Disneyland Railroad will make a left-hand turn for the first time ever when it reopens this summer. Disney has also announced that the Indian Village will return in a different location and will have a, quote, more prominently featured shaman animatronic. We still don't have a date on when the railroad or Rivers of America will reopen, but official sources keep saying summer.
Cool.
Yeah. My friend, actually, she was at Disneyland yesterday, and she sent me a picture of a T-shirt that I guess they were selling in the park, and it was a Fantasmic T-shirt, and it was like, been thrilling guests, or been captivating guests since I don't remember when it opened. 70s?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
You got the internet right or
Yeah, I know. I also have the text right here and the picture right here. Hang on. Since 1992. Wow, I was way off.
wow. Yeah, you're way out.
But it also says in very kind of faint purpley, so it's a gray shirt, a dark gray shirt, and in a faint purple font, it says, I was there May 13th, 2017.
Well, May 13th already happened.
I
so
know, right? So
Did
I don't know.
Did they mean to reopen it and they forgot? Or?
was that their I guess that was their goal, was to open it May 13th, and maybe it's like June 13th? Because she
Weird.
was saying
That's
she was saying
weird
she has a lot of
That's-
she has a lot of friends that are still cast members over there. She used to be a cast member, and she's saying rumor has it it's going to be June 15th. So, which still isn't summer.
Why would they sell a T-shirt with the
I
random
have
day on
I
it?
have no idea.
What in the world?
I kind of want to have her or my other friend buy it
Buy you one,
and be
yeah.
like, "Hey, give me this screw up right here
people
because I
might not
want
know.
it."
Like,
No,
you know.
no, it'd be awesome. It'd be a cool piece of theme park history to have.
Weird.
Well, this last bit of news is pretty lengthy and pretty good information. So, if you're a teacher or you know a teacher, listen up. Teachers can get some pretty great perks this summer at Orlando theme parks. Beginning May 22nd, all U.S. teachers can take advantage of discounted rates at 7 resorts near Disney Springs, including the Wyndham Garden Resort, the Best Western, B Resort and Spa, Holiday Inn Orlando, Hilton Orlando Buena Vista Palace, and the Doubletree Suites by Hilton. All these resorts will also offer complimentary shuttle rides to and from the Disney parks. Just make sure you show your school ID upon check-in. SeaWorld Orlando is offering unlimited free entry into the park with a Florida teacher card. The Kennedy Space Center Launch Control Center Tour and the astronaut encounter at the Kennedy Space Center can also be experienced for free with an educational study pass. And Legoland Florida is offering a free 1-year pass to the park, which includes their water park, the Orlando Eye, Madame Tussauds, and the Sea Life Aquarium to teachers who can present a valid Florida photo ID, a pay stub, and a professional Florida Department of Education teaching certificate to the front gate of Legoland Florida. Check out the Legoland Florida website, the Kennedy Space Center website, and the SeaWorld Orlando website for all of the details.
Wow. Hooking the teachers up.
For
man.
real. Well, Florida's teachers.
Florida, yeah. Well,
Predominantly Florida
because the
teachers.
Disney Springs area hotel ones were.
All teachers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, predominantly Florida.
That's cool,
teachers.
though.
Yeah, it's
Cool
sweet.
program.
It's makes me wish that other, areas would kind of hook their teachers up a bit, because they do a lot and
They do.
they don't get enough credit for what they do.
And they're on a pretty tight budget most of the time, too.
Yes.
So, good on these parks for doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good on them. And I mean, it just encourages them to, visit
Well, a
the
lot of
parks
it's
a little bit more.
educational, too. A lot of
Yeah,
like SeaWorld,
SeaWorld.
Doing the Kennedy Space Center, all that. So, I don't know. It's just kind of cool to see
Yeah.
them encouraging them to go out and explore, too, on their own and learn some more.
Yeah, it is. And bring their kids along, or bring their students along, which just makes a trip a little bit easier if you, like at the Kennedy Space Center. An educational study pass is free. You just have to show, basically the same things that you have to show at Legoland Florida.
Like the teaching certificate.
Pay stub,
yeah.
teaching certificate, and a school ID, or a Florida educator ID. And it's free, and I think you get a couple free passes with that too, so then you can just take a field trip down there, and
Wow.
if some of your
Cool.
kids are financially struggling, you can use your free passes on them, and save the school some money,
Yeah.
and educate kids on the really cool awesomeness of space, because let's be honest, space is probably one of the coolest things that kids are into.
It's true.
Space and dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Which is really funny because they're not too related.
Yeah. Two vastly different time periods.
Yeah, a little bit. I don't know. I mean, it's
It's a cool program, so definitely check it out if you're a teacher in Florida. And then in general, if you're a teacher, just know that there are discounts. And a lot of times there are anyways, too. So it helps to kind of do your research.
yeah. Do your research a little bit. Ask around. Always. I always ask for a student discount whenever I buy any food
yeah.
here. So
Yeah.
well, that just about wraps it up for the news this week, though.
All right, stick around. We're going to be talking about booking your trip through a travel agent.
We're entering a new territory.
Apparently. One where you use a travel agent.
I've never used one before. You hadn't
Neither
used
have
one
I
until
ever.
now.
Yeah.
But before we jump into this, how awesome is my shirt? Okay.
If you guys aren't watching the video version, it
you
is a
need
pretty
to jump
awesome
on
shirt.
it.
If you don't know, if you've ever listened to the show, I don't know how you would know this. Cord has a love for Tron, and he got a sweet Tron shirt from Shanghai.
Shanghai Disneyland. So this is only sold in Shanghai Disneyland, or you can get it off of eBay.
It's a pretty awesome shirt.
Yeah,
too.
it's like feels like
Under
an Under
Armour
Armour
kind of whatever.
Under Armour material.
Yeah,
It's so cool. The design is just awesome.
it is. Yeah. Put it up on our Instagram.
Got a sweet light bike design to
Put it
it.
on the Instagrams.
I probably will.
All right. Well, like we said, we're going to talk about booking a Walt Disney World trip through a travel agent. Now,
Yeah.
at first,
Why would you do this?
I don't know, because it's 2017, right? You can just get on the website, do it all yourself.
Yeah.
Disney makes it really easy.
Disney makes it extremely easy.
Having gone 3 or more times now, 3 like full trips and a couple of days here and there, Disney makes it incredibly easy to book reservations and do dining plan, and book your hotel and get your park passes and pick your magic band. I mean, all of it.
And it's all pretty much just one step right after the other. Like,
Yep.
hey, I want to stay here. Okay, I want to stay here for this long.
And
Okay, I want this many
dining
park
plan. Yeah,
park
I don't-
tickets.
yeah.
These are the kind of park tickets I want. And
Yeah.
it just kind of builds off of each
Yeah.
other and super simple. It
And then
does.
at 180 days, they send you an email, go, hey, make your reservations. And you call them or you get on the website and you make reservations.
You
So,
can do the whole process without talking to a single human.
Yeah.
So why would I want to talk to a human in 2017?
So I think there are advantages, and we can talk about some of the disadvantages maybe too, but there are advantages to going through a authorized Disney travel agent. That's the big thing, is that they're authorized through Disney.
Can I just say my neighbor used to be either used to be or still is an authorized Disney travel
Is she?
agent, and they were having some like Halloween party one year, and she came up and talked to me and she was like, "Do you want to be authorized to be a Disney travel agent?" I'm like, "Oh, that'd be sweet." So I need to get in contact with her
Yeah,
again and be like, "Hey,
Figure out what it takes.
yeah, let's do it."
So the biggest thing is they're authorized through Disney. There's no additional cost to booking through them
To you,
to us.
yes.
Yeah, or to the trip. Well, to us, yeah.
Yeah.
We went through Magical Travel. It was one I had heard about kind of through the community, through listening to different podcasts or other blogs or stuff. They advertise a lot in the Disney kind of community. So that was who we went with through.
Who was it? Is it Pete Werner?
MEI.
He doesn't own MEI.
Mouse
No, I think it is Magical Travel
Is
that
it?
he does.
And
or
he did a
owns.
podcast or two for a while.
Well, he still does one. It's the
Oh.
Diz podcast, the Diz
You
Unplugged.
might be right, yeah.
I think it's Magical
can't keep
Travel.
them all
Or,
track.
there's a ton.
Yeah, because there's like
There are a
MEI
lot.
Mouse Fan Travel. There's Magical Travel. I've heard several other names thrown around.
There's a ton. There's like
Yeah.
Dave's Magical Travel or something like
Yeah.
that. Or there's a lot.
And you'll find that a lot of the local travel agents, even too, will be authorized through Disney. Like your neighbor is an example.
yeah.
Definitely go through an authorized. I don't know if they're unauthorized, and there might be, and they're probably just booking it through the website.
Yeah,
so I
think
don't know how they'd
if
be
they're-
making your money.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is the point of going through Disney, is that there's no additional cost to you. And in fact, Magical Travel gave us $50, $50 Disney gift card for booking through them.
oh, sweet.
So-
So you your trip got a nice nice
Little-
dinner
little
out.
kickback, yeah.
Nice dinner date night for you and your wife. So what are all the benefits
I think
that they get you?
the big ones are they get you the best deals.
Okay.
They can do a lot more research. It's their job, right? So
Yeah.
you can sit there and probably run the numbers, the 20,000 different combinations of hotel, park tickets, dining reservation, all that to figure out kind of the best trip for you. Or you can kind of tell them, hey, I want to do this or that. And they go, okay, well, here's the best deal. Because they kind of told us, like, well, why don't you stay at this one? It's a little bit cheap. They said, why don't you stay at All-Star Sports this time? It's a little bit cheaper. And also, Pop Century was under refurbishment, I think, for the
little bit.
gondola or whatever.
Yeah, for that confirmed gondola that's
Yeah.
going there.
Yeah. So they pointed us that way, and then we kind of talked back and forth with them about dining options and dining plans, and they were kind of looking at different discounts. So I think the big one is they'll look for the best deals.
Okay.
Second is if a good deal comes up, they'll get it for you. I'm
Oh,
assuming if you booked through Disney, you could probably call them and go, hey, I noticed free dining kicked in, or, they offered some new program for, nurses or firefighters or teachers or whatever.
Or EMTs or something.
Yeah. Hey, can I get that? They would probably do it for you, but these guys automatically look for those things and automatically apply them and tell you, hey, your trip just got cheaper.
Okay. So they're just the ones that are like, they're the ones calling Disney up and being like, hey,
What do you got going on? Or
or like, is something coming up? Or
So, like,
hey,
if-
I got this one. I got this guy
Yeah.
that I'm booking a trip for, and his career
Yeah.
entails an additional discount. Can I
Exactly.
get that hookup?
Yeah. So that's what's cool. they'll look for that. Like, so when free dining kicked in. Now, it didn't apply to us because we're going not in the window of free dining this year, but had we been, they would have just automatically applied it and told us, hey, your trip's, X, whatever, less. Yeah.
Okay.
Or they would have said, hey, we didn't do it because we got you a deeper discount on the hotel, or, again, the kind of the best deal thing. Like, again, you could do it on your own, but this saves you a lot of effort.
Save you a lot of effort, save you a lot of time.
Yeah.
Is what it sounds like. Especially over here, because we are 2 hours behind the East Coast.
So that's the big next thing, is that they'll book everything.
Okay.
And including our dining options, we gave them kind of a wish list and told them kind of these days we want to go this and that. And said we want to do this and that. And they said, okay. And they booked them for us at the 180-day mark. Because it's 180 days from your first day of your trip.
And you can book for the rest of your trip, regardless of how long it is.
So our gal, and I can't remember her name, and sorry, but 180 days, 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, she got on. So again, either I would have had to got up at 4 in the morning in Colorado to do it in that time. And so she was able to get everything we wanted. We had to flip one for one we wanted one at the beginning and it ended up being at the end just because that's the way that 180-day works, is that we're in a lot of other people's windows at that point. But
yeah.
So we were able to get all of our dining reservations the way we wanted them, like exactly.
Wow.
She'll do fast passes for us.
Okay.
If we want.
At the
60-day mark, she'll do them. We're still trying to decide if we want her to or not. So you can, and again, any of this you can do on your own too. At some point, you can step in and go, we're good. I'll do it. I'll do it on our own. We want to make the calls or whatever.
Yeah.
But we gave her kind of our dream list, and we haven't done that with the fast passes yet. But I'm probably going to book the fast passes on my own.
Okay.
So
fast passes generally aren't too hard to get.
No,
for the most part.
There might be one or two, like Pandora maybe.
Pandora might be a little iffy.
That might be one I might have to kick towards the end of the trip. Kind of know that later on I can get it because it's 60 days from your first day and it's your entire trip. So some advantage there.
Okay.
And then the other thing for us is this time we have two sets of grandparents, and one's coming on the first half of the trip. The second group is coming on the second half of the trip.
All right.
So my parents are going on one half. My in-laws are going on another half. So they're able to kind of merge all of our stuff together and figure it all out. And
which Disney used to be very difficult with.
Yes, because in the past we've definitely dealt with that.
Yeah, when we went, and it was like in the early days of My Magic Plus, we tried to add my grandma in. She was joining us for like 3 days or whatever in the parks, and I had already booked all our fast passes and everything, like the 30 days, because we weren't staying on property. We booked them like the 30 days out. And I tried adding her in on our fast passes, and Disney, they just wouldn't allow it on a mobile order. So we went in and we tried to do it in the park, and they're like, we can't do that for you yet. That's not a thing.
We ran into that probably about the same timeline, because it was right when My Magic Plus was kind of kicking off, and it was the same thing. My parents came with us.
Yeah.
And we kind of ran into the same thing of like, I ended up having to make, granted I could make them a little sooner, and we were on property too, so we had more freedom.
Days,
we had the 60 days. So I ended up making a couple, and there was like, ours was from like, say, 10:12 to 1:12. Well, theirs was like 10:20 to 1:20, because it was just like I couldn't get them exact, but I could get them close.
You were close.
Yeah.
But now Disney makes it super easy. All you have to do is just scan the scan the QR code, I think, on a ticket, log in and say like, hey, I need to add someone else, and then you can just go
and
through.
You add their reservation number, and it has gotten better. But you can also just not worry about it and let the travel agent do it.
Yeah, have someone else do it.
Yeah.
Have someone else deal with that. Okay, so that sounds like a lot of advantages of going through a travel agency and letting them kind of just take the reins and here's what I want. Cool.
Yeah.
Try to get it for me.
I think the big let's talk disadvantages then. Yeah. I think the big disadvantage is for a person like me who loves to plan our trips, like
you and me
you've
both.
seen my spreadsheets.
Yeah. You go a little crazier than I do. I used to just do it like kind of in my head all day and be like, all right, this day we're going to Animal Kingdom. This day we're going to Magic Kingdom. We're getting fast passes for this, and this. We don't do dining reservations because we're a larger family and we just do quick service stuff. But it's like, okay, this is top quick service right here. Yeah. This is where you can get the most for your money over here.
Spreadsheets, man.
Like,
spreadsheets.
I got them all up here, man.
Spreadsheets. Gotta have my spreadsheets. I think it's hard to give up some of those reins because like she made our dining reservations, and I'm assuming because we told her we have younger kids, like she made them at a decent hour, and she did. She did a good job of that.
Okay.
But it makes me like, oh, was there a better one? I don't know. You know, like, so it's kind of hard to take away that rain.
Kind of trust them that like they got the best option available and not just like
we did price check her on a lot of things. Like when she kind of came back and said, hey, here's what's going to cost. We kind of got on Disney's website and made sure it wasn't like any kind of better deal or that was the price. And so we did that too.
Okay. And it turned out that she got.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, she got it at exactly where it should be. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay.
So I think that's probably the biggest disadvantage is you're kind of giving up the reins to somebody else. Now, granted, you can take them back. Like I said, you can make your dining reservations if you want to.
You can make your fast pass reservations
if you want to. Yeah. So you can step in at any point and do it. I think the advantage is having somebody to call and go, hey, can you do this or can you do that?
Is
this
possible?
Yeah.
Okay. So, but you're only booking from when you land in Orlando on out. You're not booking your flight through them either.
No, we did not do our flight through them.
Okay. Can you do that?
I think so. Yes, I'm pretty sure you can. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd be kind of surprised if you could.
Yeah, I mean, they're still a travel agent. You know, a lot of them are still a travel agent, so they still work. But we have air miles to use and whatever. So we're I'm not worried about it. Like, we'll get the flight. You worry about when we get there. You know.
All right. So I have a few questions then.
Okay.
So you already answered. If I can reserve fast passes if I want to.
Yes, you can, because especially for a guy like you, you're gonna strategize a little more.
Yeah,
you're gonna be a little more strategic with it. And again, I think they did a good job with the dining, and I would be interested to see how they did. But I'm kind of also the type that I want to do my own too. So
yeah, okay. And what I'm looking for my trip is adding on a couple days over at Universal, but still staying on Disney property, and then just like Ubering over there.
Yeah.
You think they could accommodate that as well with
absolutely
like park tickets?
I think they could help you with the park tickets. I definitely think they will help you make sure you have a room. You know, you're not like your trip doesn't end one day and then like 3 days later pick back up. Like you're gonna have a room. You just want to have park passes for those days.
For those days.
Yeah.
Okay. And then could I do like a room request through them? So I know. So Touring Plans is my go-to website for like finding which rooms are the best rooms.
Yeah.
Because I mean, when I stay at like an all-star resort, which is my main spot to stay at, you like Pop Century, I like all-star music or movies.
Yeah.
All-star sports is horrible.
I know.
Never stay there. It is very outdated. Its initials are literally ASS. Take that as you will.
That's where I'm staying though this time.
Well, you should let me know how it goes. It is significantly cheaper
and it's
than
literally
everyone
just
else.
a place to sleep. So for us, at least.
For you guys, what you're doing right now, yeah. And I think when I go, that's probably what it's going to turn into. It's just a place to sleep.
I think in terms of room requests, you can definitely ask. Like we definitely asked for conjoining rooms.
Not just that, just like room views of like, hey, is it possible? Could I get like room 233 as opposed to room like 274?
I don't know,
because 274 is right in front of a pylon, and I'd not want to walk out of my room every morning and stare right at a cement pylon that's painted purple. I'd rather walk out of my room on a balcony and kind of look down over the pool or something.
That is a good question. The only thing we asked for was closer to the elevators because we'll have a scooter for a handicap.
Yeah. And
then we want a conjoining room. So that's the only thing we asked for.
Okay.
And they seem very apt to do that. So I don't know about specific room numbers. Okay. I'm sure that's probably up to the resort a lot more than even them.
Yeah, it is. When what Touring Plans always says on their blog, they're like, you can put in a request. There's no guarantee you'll get it, but
that's definitely the impression I got from them was that anything you want to ask for, they're going to try.
Oh, yeah, no.
It may or may not actually happen because there's only so much they can really do. No more than you calling the resort and going, hey, I'm going to come 2 days. Can I have room 223, or whatever.
Yeah.
It may or may not do anything for you, so.
Okay. So then you need to ask them, like, hey.
I would ask them, and worst case they're going to say is no, but I don't think you're at any disadvantage.
Just asking,
and you're not at any disadvantage because you went through a travel agent because.
No. Because
you still have a reservation number. It still belongs to you, so you could still call the resort and say, "I want, room 223 or whatever."
Well, I mean, if I call if I go through a travel agent, what I'm asking right now is, am I going to have to ask them to be like, hey, I want room 223 or like not room XX and X or like XYZ?
Yeah, I don't know.
Do they already have that kind of predetermined of
so.
like, these rooms have crappy views, these rooms have significantly better views? We'll request not these rooms and request these rooms.
I don't know.
Because that's one of the things that I like planning. When
Definitely. I mean, they've been really apt to any questions we've asked. That'd be one of those things just to even call them before you get a book. Like, can you do this?
Yeah.
And is there any advantage to me using you to do this?
As opposed to just me calling and being like, hey, I have this reservation number. Here's my
but
reservation
at the same time, if you book it through them, you could still do that. You know, you're not losing that power either. So
Okay. And then I think it's my final question. I'm going with a cast member.
See, this I have no idea. Because you're going to ask about cast member discounts.
Yeah, cast member discounts on
no clue
on hotels. They don't get. So I work at another large corporation, and we get some perks. And our perks for tickets are we have a deeper discount than Disney cast members do.
What?
Yeah, it's kind of surprising.
Wow.
It's kind of surprising.
Yeah.
So I was wondering if I could apply my discount for the tickets and then his discount for the room, and then kind of bring those together and be like, hey, can you apply these?
I don't know. That's a good question. Yeah, I don't know how they would do I mean, like I said, I think they would work with any discounts you're eligible for, but I don't know how that would work with bringing in a second discount. But I'm assuming they could. There's no reason.
No, there's no reason.
As long as you can prove whatever you need to prove to get that discount.
Yeah, just be like, hey, I can get these here, and like here's this login or whatever for this.
Yeah.
Because I know there's a special website that cast members go to for. They have a friends and family one and then a personal one.
Yeah.
Friends and family, I think off the top of my head they can get you like 40% generally off of a hotel, and then personal it's like 60% or something like that.
That's very good.
So
yeah, I would say that's another one that like they were really good about like phone calls. Emails.
So they responded quickly.
They responded quickly as long as you were like within East Coast business times.
Ish. Okay.
Yeah, they're not answering email at like 8 o'clock Colorado time. You know, nobody's
10 p.m. there.
Yeah, nobody's checking their email at 10 o'clock East Coast time. But.
Yeah. Okay, so I mean, you haven't experienced the trip yet, so I guess I can't ask you, would you go through this again?
I would say as right now, at least. From the booking end of it, because I've done it, 3 other times, this full trip kind of booking with dining plans and all that.
And
I would say yes.
How many days are you going, though?
Total is 10 days in the parks.
Okay, so you're spending quite a good chunk of time.
Yeah, I think it's total like 12 days, but like 2 of those are travel days or whatever. So yeah, it's a long trip.
So that's what we're looking at right now. Me and my friend, we're just kind of spitballing it right now because we have another year, well, half a year coming up here pretty soon. Half a year and like 3 months.
So 9 months.
So 9 months.
Yeah.
We have like 9 months to kind of figure this all out.
Yeah.
So I guess that's how long we're looking at going for is 10 days in the Disney parks, and then we're looking at doing like probably 3 days because Volcano Bay is going to be open by the time.
So if you're buying park passes, at least through the website, Disney won't sell you more than a 10-day park pass.
No, they won't.
And I think when we went through them, they kind of said the same thing. They're like, we can, but it's not. You don't get any discount on that 11th day. You basically go back to day one.
Back to the 1 day.
Yeah.
Okay.
At a 1 day price. So I would say you're at an advantage if you wanted to do that and throw like 3 days at Universal or 2 days at Universal in the middle of your trip, because all you're going to do is just say, we don't want park passes that day. So we want 13 nights in a hotel, but only 10 days of park passes.
Okay, yeah.
And you're not limited, like your park pass doesn't say, oh, that's Tuesday's park pass, that's Wednesday.
No, it just expires within 10 days or 14 days of the first use or something like that.
So you have, I think it's even more than that. I thought it was like 30 days.
Well, I think if you buy like a 1 day or a 2 day or a 3 day or less park ticket, you have to use it like, you can use the first day and then you have to go back within 2 weeks or something like that, or 30 days or something.
So yeah, you'd have more than, like I said, you could have a gap in there.
Okay. So I think what we're thinking right now is fly in, check in at Disney, resort hop a little bit.
Yeah.
Like spend that first day kind of just checking out the resort because he's never been, and I haven't resort hopped.
I've never I've never done it as much as I should. Yeah.
Ride the monorail, the resort loop monorail.
I've done that, but I like haven't gone to like Coronado Springs or you know Caribbean Beach or
just resort hop, kind of walk around and take it in. And then I think we're going to start over at Universal.
Okay.
So then
I think that'd be easy.
spend the first 3 days.
Like our first night, we're doing that. We're coming in. We're not going to probably do much, but we're going to come in and then spend a night, but not have any park pass for that day, and then kick on the park passes. So
Okay. So I guess it's just can they get me that Universal ticket as well as the Disney one and do all of it?
I don't know if they, even if they can't, you're really not at it. Again, you're
No.
not losing anything if you do go through them and they can't do that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'll find out.
Yeah.
I might give them a call and be like, hey,
Yeah,
can you do this, and this for me?
And they were always quick to answer all of our questions, and they sent us quotes back like within days, like
oh wow,
full quotes. So I mean, I think definitely worth it.
that sounds like a good time. I will definitely check it out then. And did they say like, hey, we'll give you a quote, no obligation quote, just be like, hey, this is what we charge and all that sort of stuff. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Curious how they make money then.
I think probably Disney gives them a pretty good kickback.
Probably.
And it's just to make it easy on people to book through Disney.
Yeah.
Because the website can be a little, having done it 3 times, there are times where it's like linking reservations or doing,
A little frustrating here and
it
there.
is nice to, it has also been nice to go, I really want to eat at Be Our Guest. Can you make that happen? Because at times we have had trouble getting in there. So we have yet to eat a dinner there. So now we're going to actually get a chance to eat dinner there.
Oh, that's cool. I haven't had dinner there. I've had lunch there.
I've had lunch there too, yeah.
So good.
And same with Le Cellier. You can never get in there.
Ever.
So again, having the advantage of them being able to call for you at the moment it's open for you.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That is nice.
Yeah.
Without you having
Plus,
to
you
wake
can
up.
still step in and do whatever you need to do anyways, because it's basically it's still your account. It's still your trip.
They're just giving you all the reservation
They're just helping
information
out.
and just being like, hey, here's what we got for you.
Yeah,
Feel
here
free
you
to
go.
change it if
Yeah.
you want.
Exactly.
This is it.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, is there anything else you want to add?
I don't think so. I would definitely. I've been pretty impressed. I'll definitely let you guys know when I come back if that holds true. I'm assuming it will, but
In October.
in October, so in a few months.
4 months from now?
4 months from now,
It's 5
listen
months
up,
from now?
tune in, and we'll figure it out.
Well, we're May right now. May. So June, July, August, September. 5 months from now.
Yeah, 5 months from now. I know it seems so long, but it was like we got to book because you
gotta
kind
do
of
it.
get in that 100-day, 80-day window, and
If you want to get
Le Cellier
the
and
top-notch
Be Our
people
Guest,
and
yeah.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, thank you for listening to the Unmistakably Magic Podcast. Hopefully, it was an informative one this week.
Yeah. This is more your kind of forte of
Booking the trips,
yeah. Maybe next week we'll do
spreadsheets, spreadsheets
All
everywhere.
about the spreadsheets. I close my eyes. I only see spreadsheets.
I should post a picture of one sometime.
One of
They're
the
all
ones
like
that you did.
They're color coded, and
You should post one of the ones. You should do like a side by side of like, hey, this is what I have going on right now. Here's one that I did on my own when I
Yeah.
was booking my own.
that's true.
Here's the difference because it's a pretty because the one you have right now is, I mean, it's decently sized, but it's not nowhere near what like you were doing when you had your own stuff
That's true.
going on. Even
Yeah.
when we went, you had a folder of.
Well, I had all the
Here's our
different
park
restaurants.
tickets. Here's
like,
our restaurants.
Yeah.
Here's what's going on
Here's
at
the
Disneyland.
menus,
What
yeah.
we're doing right now. Here's some menus. Like, it's Disneyland, dude.
I like to organize. Okay.
But maybe next week we'll do a history lesson, so I can get my
I'll get your nerd on.
my nerd on a
Okay.
little bit.
There we go. Check out our social media. We're at Unmistakably Mag on Twitter, Unmistakably Magic on Instagram, Facebook.com/Unmistakably Magic.
Head over to unmistakablymagic.spreadshirt.com if you want to support the show a little bit.
We appreciate it.
Our overhead's pretty hefty, so
My basement power bill and our SoundCloud account.
SoundCloud and the batteries.
Email us questions or comments or shout-outs, unmistakablymagic@gmail.com. We'd appreciate it if you left us a review over on the iTunes,
The iTunes.
the old iTunes there.
That help us out.
Get
Pretty
us up there in the the ranks.
Yeah. There aren't too many unmistakably blanks.
Yeah, there's 2 of us.
I think there's 3. There's like unmistakably Backstreet Boys or something like that.
And Unmistakably Creative, I think, was one I saw too.
I think like unmistakably France is jumping up too.
What?
taking our name.
No.
It's not
How
okay.
do you say no in French?
No.
Is it no?
I think it's just no,
Oh.
isn't it?
I was going to say 9, but that's German.
9 is German.
Nine.
Niet is
Russian.
Russian. I think it's just no
No.
in a
Oui.
French accent.
No, no.
No.
No. You are not unmistakably magic.
The magic.
The magic. And subscribe to us on YouTube or just search Unmistakably Magic.
Killer transition there.
What?
Magic subscribe
Subscribe to us, please.
on the YouTubes.
On the YouTubes. Big thank you to our friend Dylan over at Blast Off Branding for making our awesome logo.
It's always killer.
Check out our friends on the Unmistakably Star Wars podcast. Speaking of another podcast with Unmistakably in their name.
Unmistakably.
Weird how that worked out.
Yeah. Funny.
Funny how their logo looks so similar too. What?
Well, I don't have any shout-outs, but I do want to say we have begun to be a little bit more active on our Twitter. So,
Okay. Good. I'm glad you're
yes,
doing
I have.
All right. Good.
I finally linked didn't link it, just
but put it in your
got it on my
on
mobile
your Twitter app. Yeah.
So it's a lot easier, and started a new hashtag today. Hashtag Get On It Imagineering.
Nice. Is it trending yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
One guy
Why don't you
one
get
guy
on
liked
that?
it.
Get on it, then you.
Hashtag Get On It, listener. But head over there. We'll be a bit more predominant and
Alright.
a bit more active.
Cool.
But
Well,
that just about wraps it up for the week.
all right. Have a magical week.
See you real soon.
Welcome to the after show
Exclusively on YouTube.
on the YouTube.
Which you know if you're watching YouTube.
yeah, if you're not hearing this then, or seeing it, then you're not on YouTube. So,
Yeah. So,
or you're doing some weird hacker stuff.
It's not even possible, man.
I don't know.
You convert the YouTube into an MP3 and then jump from there
And
onto
then upload it somewhere and then make an RSS feed and
Are
submit
we-
it to.
Are we being pirated?
Yeah.
I don't think we're.
Yar.
Well, we have,
After hiatus.
after a 1 week hiatus, I guess technically 2 week hiatus because we were on hiatus for a week.
And then he was on hiatus.
Yeah.
What do we got?
Wade's Word. Wade's Word. This week's Wade's Word is brought to you by Wade. Should find a sponsor.
It'd be weird if it wasn't brought to us by Wade.
It's brought to you by
Fake
Wade's
Wade.
wife.
By Fake Wade.
Foyed. Well, he said he didn't see the one last week because he was at a wedding, which I just have one question for you, Wade.
What last week?
I guess 2 weeks ago.
The one we took a hiatus on?
No, because
Oh.
we had one 2 weeks ago.
Oh,
We
okay.
didn't have one the week.
I can't
Or
keep dragging.
3 weeks ago. I don't
I
know.
can't keep dragging over.
It was 3 weeks ago that we had. I guess he didn't see that one because we didn't have one last week because we just continued the name game,
Oh, yeah.
the music game. Which I just have one question for you, Wade. Were you at a wedding for a whole week?
Yeah, Wade.
Come on.
Wade.
Come on, you're like one of our
We count on you. We count on you, Wade.
every week. That's the whole reason we started this after show thing. Well,
For you.
predominantly
Mostly because we always end up talking anyways.
for about this long afterwards.
Yeah.
But he said he loved the theme park music guessing game, so that will definitely make a return. I've had a few people say that they enjoyed it.
We should
Very
come up with other
entertaining.
things like that, like announcer voices or something. You know?
Isn't it the same guy for the majority of it, though?
No, you
It's
do like the different dings or something. Like, yeah.
Hang on, text me real quick.
What's yours? Because mine's the.
Wait,
monorail loop.
wait, not yet. Hang on.
Hold on. Why is my thing ringing?
Why is my
What's wrong with you?
freaking technology, man? Okay, wait, hang on.
I'm gonna text you a poop emoji. Ooh, or a taco.
Do you want to turn the music down?
That's what mine is.
Star Tours?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Depends on who texts me. It's either Star Tours or it's please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténgase.
Por favor, mantenga sus manos.
What are portas?
Okay, I like that. Yeah.
Star Tours announces the arrival of the Indoor Express.
That's mine.
Oh, mine isn't that full thing.
Oh man,
Mine's just
Lame-o.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
There you go.
Manténganse alejado de las puertas. Okay.
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 What else is Wade have to say? We're getting off track here.
Slightly. It's what we do in the after show. We joke around.
I still want to go to bed.
The quality of our voices drastically decreases in the after show. But he said that you beat him during the guessing game.
Yeah, that's right. Wade. What's up now?
You
Wade.
you wouldn't have won the exclusive Shanghai Disneyland ears. Bringing it back. Oh, you threw off Rizzo.
Sorry, Rizzo.
Rizno.
Oh, Rizno.
Oh no. I should bring in the Tron one in. Tron one's in.
Tron ears.
Yeah. They don't light up, which I'm very disappointed.
That is kind of lame. I would totally assume they would have.
Right? The only thing that lights up is the popcorn bucket. That is a light cycle, and so it lights up on the wheels. It looks really cool. It's so cool.
It's just a bucket.
It's so cool.
Lights up like, oh, okay, cool.
It's so cool. It is so cool. But I'm thinking, since there's little like holes that attach, it's just a button hole.
Or whatever,
yeah. I think I might just get some LEDs and just
wrap them around the ears.
No, not just wrap them around the ears. Stick them up through the holes on the inside, and then
make the ears light up a little bit.
Yeah.
Mod
them a little bit.
Hacking your. Anyways, what does Wade have to say? Jeez.
He said that he played music all week in class for his students, and a few noticed it was theme park music. Which, what kind of music did they think it was?
It'd be weird if it wasn't theme park.
If you were playing this music right here, like what do you think?
What is this music? World music?
The sounds of Africa.
Yeah, seriously. What junk?
And he says on a separate note, he's really interested to see how the news comes out this coming week about Mission Breakout, which my friend also said that they were having invited guests try out Mission Breakout.
The day she was there,
yeah, the day she was there. And actually, I think it was today, Universal team members were at Volcano Bay.
Ooh.
Testing it out, doing some training stuff.
That's cool.
Even though some of it is still under construction. There are still construction fences up. They're still taking wrapping off of... How's that working out for you?
It's better.
Oh, okay. Still taking wrapping off of slides and still doing some cement work and stuff.
Yeah.
And so they're pushing it, man. They're coming up to the wire.
Yeah.
He's saying if it's pretty much all positive reviews, how soon do we need to worry about other marquee attractions being renovated / overlaid with new franchises?
That's a good point, because Disney as a company recently, at least, has kind of done that with a few other things, like live action.
Have they? With what?
The Jungle Book, Cinderella.
Yeah. Well, that's just like kind of reboots.
But I'm just saying they found success with one,
two.
And they then
found success with two.
And then
Cinderella
they tried
was
to
kind of the tester, and then they stuck a Frozen short in front of it, and that they're like,
and then they kind of got
boosted by that, and then it's Jungle Book. They saw some pretty big success, and
Is Beauty and the Beast been doing okay?
Beauty and the Beast has been doing fantastic.
But there was like in the middle there was like the BFG and Pete's Dragon that both kind of didn't do too hot.
Pete's Dragon didn't do too well. BFG did all right.
Yeah.
But that was more like a Steven Spielberg, just kind of like.
But still, it was like
Disney.
It didn't do as good as it could have or should have.
True.
So I think, to Wade's point, I do think we need to start worrying about. I don't know. Worrying is an interesting term.
Just keeping an eye out for rumors, because I mean, there are a lot of people who are saying that Tron is pretty much guaranteed to take over the Tomorrowland Speedway in Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, one, I'm stoked. That's completely okay.
But there's other times where,
Yeah, where you're like, don't take over Autopia, though. Like, Autopia, that should stick around.
I know.
I don't think that's going anywhere.
No,
it's too popular by locals, and it's like one of the original opening day attractions that's still around. I don't think Autopia is going anywhere. I could see it going over in the Innovations building because they're not doing really anything with that other than just Star Wars right now, which when Star Wars Land opens up, I think that's the only thing that we'll be seeing go away.
Yeah, I think this is a debate that the community has often, and I think it is always a hard one because there's got to be a balance between innovating and growing as a park and paying homage to originals and what are now considered classic attractions.
Yeah, and I think Disneyland is more of a unique case because Disney World is such a resort and Universal is such a resort. Like when they brought King Kong back in Skull Island, a lot of locals came out and just wanted to be like, oh, this is just like back in the day when it used to be over in the studios part over there. Although it's a little different of a ride.
Yeah.
But it was still really cool to see kind of the community be like, oh, remember this chunk of history? Because we don't see that much history come out of Universal.
No, in fact, I remember thinking it was a little funny when people were all sad when Jaws
closed
in Orlando, and I was like, okay, I guess.
I mean, it is a closing.
But you forget
of a
that
major attraction.
Some people have, there is a community that is devoted to
predominantly Universal.
Yeah.
We are predominantly Disney.
We enjoy Universal too, but yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna go more so every time that I head out.
I do think though that the success of Mission Breakout will definitely dictate future changes in the parks.
I do think, yeah.
But that's kind of inevitable too. I guess
that's just the way that it goes. I don't think.
It's sad to me though. I mean, you do run the risk that they go, well, that worked. Let's just tear out fantasy. Let's tear out
Peter
Small
Pan.
World. Who cares? At the same time, I don't see Disney doing that. But
no, they definitely have limits on what they're gonna do. But I do think that this will kind of open the door to a lot more possibilities.
Yes,
at
definitely.
least where Disney might throw out a survey of like, hey, how would you feel if Spaceship Earth got changed into a Star Wars attraction?
yeah,
And then I'm sure there would be a huge uproar of no.
yeah.
And then they'll go based off of that. But
And
I think
we talked about this with Maelstrom and Frozen, and that kind of cracked the seal on that. And we've kind of seen, we haven't seen anything else happening with that. We haven't seen Germany turning into Doofenshmirtz land or whatever. We haven't seen anything like that. But I'm just saying that it did crack a seal that I think was. We talked about this. We had a whole episode where we talked about the untouchable attraction. So if anybody cares, go back to that one. But
forever ago, that was a while ago.
I think there's something to be said about.
Yeah, I think it
it
really
does
just
create the potential.
I think if it is massively successful, because Tower of Terror was an extremely popular ride.
Yes.
It constantly had hour-plus wait times. I think in the next, if Mission Breakout continues to have hour-plus waits over the next 5 years, by that 5th year, I think Disney would be like, okay, this is a success.
What
this
else
is
can we?
equally, if not more so, successful than Tower of Terror. We are at least open to the possibility of either letting a few rumors trickle out and see how the community reacts, or straight up just changing some attractions right away. 'Cause, I mean, people went crazy over Space Mountain when it got the Star Wars overlay, Hyperspace Mountain. People love that attraction. I love that attraction. It's awesome.
Yeah.
And I mean, overlays, kind of temporary overlays like that, I think are okay.
Yeah.
They're way more willing to do temporary overlays like that, like with Haunted Mansion as well. And as long as they're like, hey, it's temporary, like the original's gonna come back. This is just to flex our creative muscles a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know if we'll ever see a permanent Star Wars redo of Space Mountain.
No, especially now we have Star Wars Land coming. I mean, that would be silly to.
Okay, I don't think we'll ever see like an Iron Man experience come in and they're going to tear out Space Mountain or just reimagine Space Mountain to like Iron Man or like Avengers or Guardians of the Galaxy or something, or some tiny thing that they have that we don't know yet. I'd love to see a Tron redo of Space Mountain overlay at least. That'd be sweet.
Yeah.
Switch out the cars. Put some light bikes on there. Let's go.
We'll have to see, because I think it definitely is the Mission Breakout. I think you said it right. It'll be a 5-year kind of feel out. It won't be
minimum.
It won't be the immediate like, oh, this is awesome, because
everybody, it's a new ride.
It's a new ride. That's going to be what it is. It'll be doesn't see success that, like you said, like Tower of Terror.
Yeah.
Because if they doesn't, then in a way it's at a loss.
Yeah. Then in a way it was a bad investment.
Yeah.
It doesn't draw as many people to the park. It doesn't draw as many crowds.
And people aren't buying stuff at the gift shop at the end, or
people aren't spending as much money. So I do think, again, if it is successful, it will probably give corporate a little bit more of a reason to push for overlays and stuff.
Yes, which is always
And then Wade goes on and he says, which of the more general public openings this week, Volcano Bay, Pandora, Mission Breakout, do you think has the most to prove?
Ooh. Wow.
I'm curious here. Well, okay, so do you want to go through each one? So
we should do a whole episode on this.
We could, actually.
We should save that for next week, because it'll be closer to the openings.
That's true.
Or the day of the openings.
Do you want to do that? Do you want to wait until next week? And
that's a good point, Wade.
That? Yeah.
We should see if Wade wants to come on and debate it with us. He's good for debates.
Yeah, he is. Although it is kind of the end of the school year.
Yeah.
So.
Well, holler at him and see if he can. If not, we'll talk about it and turn Wade's word into a whole episode.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Well, that is all that I have to say.
Well, see you guys later.
Thanks for joining us this week. We appreciate it.